Good day, viewers. I am Sarah B, and this is Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for clicking on like, subscribing to my channel, and also for clicking on that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I am going live or posting new readings. So I'm just going to jump into this. I am going live for the weekend energy coming in. Now, if you're new to this channel, I start by pulling collective energy cards for the collective from a bunch of different oracle decks. And then when I'm through with that, I go back to the chat and start answering questions in the order that they're received in the chat. And I'll get into that a little bit more closer to when I'm going to pull those cards. But right now I'm going to concentrate on the collective energy from these oracle decks. Spirit, what does the collective need to hear? What does the collective need to hear? Thank you for their greatest good. Oh boy, already dropping stuff. Okay, so, okay, here we go. I feel like some of you are in, you're in a cycle that you're bored with. I feel like this is, you might be stuck somewhere. I just heard, I don't mean to laugh, but you might be, oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? Like when you have that ankle monitor on your home jailed, or I guess like you're a prisoner at home though. So I feel like there is, might be trapped somewhere, maybe have limited space to roam about. Maybe you or somebody you know maybe is in the prison system and you're thinking about them. There's a lot of boredom. There's a lot of time to think is what I'm hearing. And, you know, when you have a lot of time to think, then you start getting into your head, especially if you're not being introspective or reflective and trying to heal. If you're not trying to do those things, then you're the exact opposite. And you're coming up with conflicting stories and you're dwelling on maybe heartache and loss. Some of you might be going through some kind of loss, a breakup. This could even be the loss of a child or loved one. I'm so sorry to hear that if that's you. I feel like it's more than just heartbreak. It's like literal grieving. Like, yeah, this is big. See, oh my gosh. I never noticed this before and I was told to look at it. Okay, see, her heart is down here. Like she's holding it. But look how much that pain is extending out. Like it's like the energy of this loss is exuding her. Like exuding from her. She's just feeling so much that it's literally coming out of her. I just have the chills. It's just whatever pain this is, whatever pain you're going through is a lot. And this could be childhood trauma, maybe that has come back up. And like I said, this could be you grieving the loss of somebody. And I feel like this is bringing up a lot of wounds, opening a lot of wounds for many people. So some of you are healing from a big, big loss, grieving. Some of you are getting into your head and feeling defeated. And I feel like this boredom has a lot to do with it. Oh my God. But we do have progression. I do feel like you, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay. Now these are almost all different colors, but we have the number 2. Okay. We have sacral chakra. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. So there is upward progress here. You're making progression. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever healing methods that you're learning, you're making progress. So you might not feel that you are, but this is progression right here. Now, for some of you, I feel like you might have had a breakup and you're still feeling very passionate about this person and you're having a hard time with it. Some of you might be like, some of you might be going through some kind of reproductive issues, or maybe not even issues. Some of you might be having, some of you might be pregnant, but I feel like this is more like a sign to get checked out. Go to the gynecologist or OB. It's a call from spirit to get yourself checked out, make sure everything is healthy. Maybe some of you are having like hysterectomy or something along those lines, or something medical. And I normally don't talk about medical stuff at all. It's one of my things. Like, I'm like, I don't talk about medicine. I don't talk about health or pregnancy, but I feel like this has something to do with either or. Now, I do feel like some of you are looking for passion, and some of you might be looking for passion because you're bored. You might feel the need to be hooked up with somebody just because there's nothing better to do, unfortunately. A lot of you are conflicted about the passion you're feeling. Maybe you feel guilty about how you feel towards somebody. Maybe you know you can't be with the person you want to be with and you feel defeated. Okay, let's keep going on to the next deck. I feel like there's a lot of, I had a lot of things coming in for that. That kind of went all over the place from being, I wish I remembered what that was called. I don't know. From being, in maybe locked up or imprisoned to going to the gynecologist. So that went down that went to many places, didn't it? All right. Shuffling for the collective spirit for overall messages. What messages does the collective need to hear from this deck? Shuffling for the collective. Thank you. All of these, Spirit? Okay. Oh, inspired to take action. I feel like maybe some of you are activists. Maybe you are marching for something, or picketing or something. There's so much to fight for these days. But this is like you are taking action and you're inspired by this cause. You're really passionate about it. We also have forgive. Whoo! That's a big one. That's for such a small word. It's so much. It involves so much. Forgiving. Not an easy thing. Sometimes you don't get the I'm sorry. Or even you get the I'm sorry you're looking for from someone. Has their actions changed? Because sorry is really about change. I'm sorry I did that. But then you make an active decision to change the way that you've been behaving. And being able to forgive is unconditional love. Accepting. Letting things go that you have no control of. Maybe you'll never hear from this person again. But forgiving them in your heart and moving on is an act of service for you. That's cutting energetic cords so you can go on and progress on your path and your journey. Forgive, 7 letters. So many things, so many feelings. That's a big one. And then we have talk less, feel more. Taking things in. Just discovering. Being silent. Maybe somebody is asking you to listen. Maybe you're just in nature. And this is a call to unplug from everything. And just be one with nature. Maybe it's just about being with your partner in the same room. In that silence. That silence that's not uncomfortable. It's just nice. Intimate. Being able to communicate without words. These are things we need to concentrate on this weekend. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right, Spirit, what from this deck? What do we have from this deck, Spirit? What from this deck, Spirit? What do we need to know for or the overall energy for this weekend. Woo, from this day. Ooh, you're asked to be a little bit vulnerable this weekend. You're asked to put yourself out there, to see what life is offering, to keep an open mind and an open heart. Something is coming towards you. Something might catch you off guard, I just heard. But you're being asked to put down your shield and welcome in this person, this energy, whatever it is, with grace, with love. I'm getting so giddy about it. Like, I feel like it's something that's really cool. And this is also Spirit saying, you're still protected. You don't need that shield. Spirit has your back. This is going to be something that's going to let you grow. So you are able, see, peacock feathers are often looked at as protection. Okay, she's got her shield, she's got the peacock feather, she has some kind of evil eye trinket here. So she has, this is somebody who is about protecting themselves and their spirit and their energy in all ways, shapes, and forms. And this person is protecting herself to a fault, where maybe they've shut people out because they're scared to move in a certain direction. They're scared to let people in, to let people get to know them. And this is your sign that it's time. Time to start trusting again. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Direction Guardian. Choose your path. Ooh, it feels like it's time to make a decision here. These are the figures we see on the World card. So I feel like there is an ending to something that now you need to choose what direction you're heading in. Maybe you're finished your degree at university or college. Maybe you finished a program or continued education of some kind. And now it's time that, to decide what you're going to do with it. You have this, this thing, this completion, whatever it is. Now it's time to choose which way you're going to go with it. This could be, I feel like this is career oriented, but it could be relationship oriented as well. Maybe you've gone through a lot of things. This could have to do with the loss that I was speaking about earlier in the reading. This new normal that has to be, now you're living a path without somebody, or you're walking a path, rather, without somebody. And you have to choose now how you're going to handle that and which direction you're going to go. This could be even your parents getting older. how are you going to handle, because not only do you have to worry about yourself and your family and your well-being, but now them. So it's like there's something that you are experiencing in your energy, and you're going to make a decision. This may also not just affect you, because I was told to look at this like it could affect your family, your friends, your job, your career. So whatever this decision is could be impactful for your whole life, through your whole life, for your whole life. Oops, thank you, Spirit. Oh, we have another guardian here. We have Water Guardian. Okay, and this is so similar to, well, not similar, but I feel like they're intertwined. The Protection Guardian, dropping your shield, we had just had earlier, and now it's connect with your emotions. So when you're putting that guard down, now it's time to touch upon how you feel about things, being reflective, being introspective, dealing with the hard emotions that you've suppressed for years. Maybe you've been grieving and you haven't taken time to actually grieve. Maybe, you're feeling conflicted or defeated. I mean, and you haven't had a chance to be angry about it or upset about it. Connecting with the emotions, we're human beings. We're allowed to be emotional. That's why we have them. So I feel like this weekend, Spirit's calling you to touch upon those emotions. Also, somebody might be coming to you with, like, maybe they're going through a lot of emotions, an emotional roller coaster, and they might be coming to you for comfort. So keep an eye out for that as well. Now we have Trader. It says exchange energy to create abundance. And if you've been watching me at all for the last while with these live readings, a lot of the times this creative energy comes out. And I've been saying, because the world is so messed up and everybody is just in their heads about things, to use your creativity to get out of to get your mind focused on something else. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to be, this prodigy. But if there's something that you've been wanting to try, maybe it's an instrument. Maybe you've been wanting to paint on canvas. Maybe you have been wanting to sketch more. It's time to try those things. Try to get out of your head, because you never know what wealth that's going to bring you. And when I say wealth, I don't necessarily mean monetary wealth. I'm thinking mental health, your well-being, connecting with, maybe you're taking a class like a knitting class or a sewing class. Maybe you meet somebody in your class and you develop a friendship. That's abundance. You never know who you're going to meet, when you're going to meet them, or the energy that's going to come towards you. You might get networking opportunities. But if you're called to do something, keep your mind open to doing it. And you don't have to be perfect at it. And it's okay to fail at something. It's okay to practice over and over and over until you get it. But just try. Put your heart into it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Let's see what comes out here. I haven't done this little deck in a while. Okay. What else here? Okay, let's see. We have the King. Okay, so I feel like there might be a divine masculine entering your energy this weekend. Or you might be the divine masculine this weekend. Maybe you want to treat yourself to something. Or maybe you're treating them to something because it's their birthday or a holiday, or you're treating them like a king. A celebration of some kind. I also feel like there might be a message coming through, a private message coming through from a divine masculine. So watch out for that. We have the Mystic. And like I always say, I feel like you guys are healers and you guys can sense things and you guys can use your gut to understand more. This is about seeing. Being a seer. And to be a seer, you have to take things in. Sorry about that plane that's flying overhead. You have to be able to be present and pay attention to details when people are speaking, details of the environment, to really soak it all in. So Spirit's saying, be present. It's time to be 100% there when you are engaging with people. And engaging with Spirit, with yourself. Take opportunities to be able to see further than what people are giving you. Pay attention. We have the Cave. Some of you are healing, are on a healing journey. And again, like I said, I feel like some of you are really going through a time of grieving. There's been loss. And you are really trying to focus on seeing the light in things. Because in this cave, there's darkness. And even though there's beauty in darkness and in figuring things out, there's also a need for light. But I do feel like you're getting there. Like I said, those numbers synced up and it meant that you're moving forward in the beginning of the reading. So you are getting there. Your healing journey is working. Somebody might be being judgy towards somebody, or you might be being a little bit too judgy towards somebody. So just be mindful of that. Try not to jump to conclusions before you hear the whole story. Seek clarity. Don't assume. I was going back through one of my journals, as I was journaling the other day, and it said, stop across the whole 2 pages in big script. Stop assuming. So I feel like it's something that we all struggle with. Um, some of you might actually be, like I said, remember I said that home prison, or I forget what it's called. There's a certain term for it. Anywho, or maybe somebody is in, like I said, is um, in the prison system. This might be something to do with that. The judge. Maybe there's going to be an answer soon. Maybe something is going to come towards them with a final, like a final hearing or a final verdict. Maybe some of you have jury duty. Now we have the forest. And we have the pilgrim. And I was told these are together and separate, is what I was told. Now, the pilgrim, I feel like there's a lot of you who are looking for things, looking for ways to heal. I feel like a lot of you are displaced, or you're not sure about where to go next on your journey. So I feel like there's some of you who are looking for this path. So you're searching. And then we have the forest. So I feel like some of you may be camping. Like maybe this journey, this answer to your what path am I headed on, maybe you need to find that answer on a camping trip or in nature. So some of you might be called to nature, or spending time in nature, or making a pilgrimage, or traveling to a place where you can really soak in and soul search is the term I just heard. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging in there. I feel like that was a really deep overall energy for the weekend. Now I'm shuffling for the chat questions. Okay, so if you haven't been here before, and even if you have, as a reminder, I am shuffling now. I will scroll up to the top of the chat. In every question, I pull 2 cards. I try to pull 2 cards. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And I answer the questions in the order that they come in. Now, you'll know it's your question because I'll read your handle before I answer the question. I don't answer questions about health or pregnancy. I have a little cheat sheet for, I'm a big believer in divine timing. So I didn't used to answer questions regarding time frames because truthfully, I feel like you're the one who needs to put in the work to make things happen. And so when you decide to put in the work and when you decide to make changes in your life, then actually the timing's on you. So I did print off a cheat sheet for timing because a lot of you ask about timing, even though I believe in divine timing. that doesn't mean everybody does. So I'm trying to keep an open heart and an open mind, like I preach. So let's go ahead and get started. And please do not spam the chat. That drives me insane. I'll see your question. You just have to ask once. Okay, if I'm at the top of the chat and you're asking questions down here, I can't see it. You can ask as many times and I'm still not going to see it. You're just annoying everybody else. All right, so let's go ahead and get started after that little rant. Okay, so I see Jazz. Hi, Jazz. Jazz says, hey, B. Jazz Starfish 33 says, what person is going to come back and surprise me? What can I expect this weekend? Shuffling for Jazz Spirit. What person is going to come back? What person is going to come back? Oh, you know what? Before I get started on that, I want to light more incense. So pardon me for a second while I get this lit. All right. Okay, shuffling for Jazz. What person is going to come back? Spirit, is somebody coming back for Jazz? Is somebody coming back into her life? And who is that? What energy do they have? We have the Star card, somebody that you admired, somebody that you looked up to. Okay, what do you mean by that, Spirit? Can you clarify that? Maybe somebody that you, old flame that you are waiting for? Okay, so we also have, and surprise me. What can I expect this weekend? What can Jazz expect this weekend? What energy is surrounding Jazz for the weekend? What energy? Thank you. Something needs to end this weekend. I feel like somebody is coming back maybe to end something. You're going to be reuniting with somebody. There might be travel plans that get canceled. Or something along those lines. Maybe you had plans with somebody that is going to get canceled. You might have like a reunion with somebody, but something is going to end in that reunion. They might break something off, or maybe you will. Thank you, Jazz. Oh, Jazz also asks, what do the spirit guides say about what I need to do in my self-care routine? What do the spirit guides say about what I need to do in my self-care routine? Asking for Jazz Spirit. Thank you. Oh boy, the Star card again. Okay, so, well, the Star card came out first. Okay. But it feels like it came out because you're not taking care of yourself. With this Queen of Wands energy. Three of Cups energy in reverse. It's like I feel like And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse as well. I feel like you need to start practicing self-care. Like, I'm not sure you even have a routine, is what I'm getting here. And you need to start taking better care of yourself. Start making a routine so you can grow as a person. Because it's like there's nothing, it's like you're giving, you care a lot about other people and what they think and what they're doing, but you're not taking care of yourself. Thank you, Jazz. Menasaba. 3720. I am from Iraq. Well, hello. Welcome to my channel. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining. M Love says hello. Jazz Starfish says like, share. Thank you. And M Love says, could I get a love reading? Of course you can. Love reading for M Love, please. What's coming into M Love's energy for love and romance? What's coming into M? Thank you. Love and romance. Do you hear the puppies? Okay, we have M Love. I feel like you have opportunities to be very physical with people. You may not take them up on it, but there are opportunities coming in for you. People find you very attractive. I feel like you get hit on a lot. And I feel like people proposition you is the word I just heard. So you have plenty of opportunity to be passionate with somebody. But that is not love necessarily. I feel like there is something off on your end when it comes to love. Because we have the Sun in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. So I do feel like you might be starting to go out and trying to put yourself back out there with this Hermit card, or this might be a sign to. But you feel like, I feel like as much as you try, your heart's not in it. Now, the Sun is always a good energy, whether it's in reverse or in the upright. The Sun's always shining. It's the most energetic card in the deck. So having the Sun, whether it's in reverse or not, is an amazing energy to have pulled for you. However, you could care less. Like, I love that you ask about love, but I feel like you are struggling to get there. And the thing is, I feel like people are attracted to you on a daily basis. But it's not what you want. You want more than just this. But you have to be able to put out that energy to have it come back to you. And this is not, we have to be able to turn this back into the upright for that energy to come back. So I feel like there's some work that you need to do on your end to bring in that energy of a love relationship. Thank you, M Love. Scorpio 1181 says, "Hi, beautiful." Thank you. Can I ask what Roberts feels about the two of us currently? Shuffling for Scorpio 1181. How does Robert feel about Scorpio and their relationship? How does Robert feel about Scorpio 1181 and their relationship? I feel like this is exactly what he's been manifesting. That's finally coming into fruition. He's like, this is, I really think he's just loving finding out more about you, finding out more details, talking to you through messages and communication to the point where he kind of sees this being long term with this Ten of Pentacles energy. I feel like he's thinking, finally. Thank you, Scorpio. M Love says, will they consider giving me a bigger office at work? Shuffling for M Love. Will they? Thank you. The Empress. Growth, opportunity. I feel like they probably will consider it. This is growth, expansion. So I do feel like they are going to consider it. I feel like it might be after a vacation or a break of some kind. Isn't there like Easter break coming up soon? I feel like it's going to be after a break. They're going to give that to you. Okay, so S. Metha says, "Hi, B." Hello, Soshi. How are you? Good to see you here. And Sarah88 says, "Hi. Hello." Isha, hello. Good to see you. S. Mentha, so she says, "Please see Dennis's feelings about me." All right. I feel like Dennis is wondering if you are dating somebody. Is wondering what your relationship status is. We have the Seven of Cups in. He's wondering if you have other opportunities, if there are other people in your life asking you out. What else? Is that it for shuffling for Sushi regarding Dennis? We have the Hierophant. I feel like this is something that they're talking to their friends about, like this attraction. Maybe asking around about you or getting advice. Or maybe mentioning you in stories about work. Just dropping your name a little too much. That kind of energy. Thank you, Sushi. Jess Starfist said, "Hey, Isha P, how's your cat?" Oh, that's so nice. Okay, contact me soon. Shuffling for Sarah88. Will Kay contact me soon? Will Kay contact Sarah88 anytime soon? What's the energy there? This note. I don't feel like they're going to contact you anytime soon. Thank you, Sarah88. Isha says, what is H thinking and feeling about me? What is H thinking and feeling about Isha? What is H thinking and feeling about Isha? King of Swords in reverse. Feel like they've cut you off or want to cut you off or maybe blocked you on something. Okay, so we have, thank you, Isha. Esma or Sushi says, please see Dennis's current or recent thoughts about me. What are Dennis's current thoughts about Sushi? Asking for Sushi. Thank you. Asking about Dennis for Sushi. What's the energy there between them? How well do you know this person? I'm wondering because we have the Seven of Swords. I wouldn't trust them just yet. I feel like there is something underlying there. And we have the Sun in reverse. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if his intentions are on the up and up. I would just maybe keep them at arm's length for now until you know more about them. Sushi also asked, please see Andromedans. Oh, I like that name. Please see Andromedan's recent thoughts about me. What is Andromedan's recent thoughts about Sushi? Shuffling for Sushi regarding Andromedan. What is their recent thoughts? Thank you. Thank you. They're trying to find out more details about you. They might be on your social media. If you have social media, I feel like they're trying to find out more details about you. Even if you don't have social media, I feel like they've searched for you on social media. I feel like that you make them feel overwhelmed, but in like this, they're constantly thinking about you kind of way. Which is why I think they're looking for you on social media. I just heard they're trying to wrap their head around it. Trying to figure out how they can get in touch with you or how to approach you about something. Thank you, Sushi. M Love says, what is her feeling towards me? What is her feelings towards M Love? What is her feelings towards M Love? Their feelings is they don't want to start over on a new path with you. They're done. They don't have any faith that it's going to end up being a good thing. Thank you, M Love. Rube Harub 9237 says hi. Thank you. Hello. Lewis Button says hello and sorry for my comment. Just wanted to tell you how wonderful it is that you exist. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Don't be sorry for that comment. That's a beautiful comment. More people need to comment on other people's comments like that. There's so much negativity in the world. Thank you so much. That is beautiful. Thank you, Lois. Sarah88 says, what are Kay's feelings towards me? I think I answered that already. Some version of that question. What are Kay's feelings towards Sarah88? I think it was they were cutting you off or you were blocked, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're disconnecting from you emotionally. Yep, they're putting an end to this. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Thank you. PJJ 51s. Hello, good to see you. Says, hi B, you look so pretty today. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. That is so very sweet. Esmentha says, please see Anupa's thoughts about me after Suman called her yesterday and ratted me out. Oh, what did you do, Sushi? What is Anupa's thoughts about Sushi after what happened yesterday? Inquiring Mind Spirit, what is Anupa's thoughts? Asking for Sushi. I feel like, could it be possible that you took away their anxiety? I mean, I don't know what was happened here, but it's like you released their anxiety by whatever was said yesterday. Released anxiety, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands. That's good luck. That's moving forward swiftly. Good luck coming in for you. Coming in fast. So whatever this is, it's like they released it and said, you can have it. They're done with it. And now it's coming in towards you very quickly, this energy. And it's good energy. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands is in the upright. Sushi also asked, does Dennis care at all about me anymore? Does Dennis care at all about Sushi anymore? Shuffling for Sushi. Does Dennis care about Sushi? We have the Sun in reverse again. Sushi. I feel like he still sees you as radiant, but for whatever reason, he can't do it now. Both of you, like, he sees you as radiant. He does care about you. He sees you in a bright light, but for whatever reason, he can't make it work right now. He's in the reverse. He's feeling some sort of way. He might be going through something maybe financially. And he's distracted. Thank you, Sushi. Jazz asks, what healing and progress am I making? Spirit asking for Jazz. What healing and progress is Jazz making? You are starting to make progress. You need to make yourself a priority, though. You are starting to. Making yourself a priority is important so you can be more independent and not have to rely so much on people. Okay, S. Metha says, what does Spirit say about, will things related to my extended family issues get better for me or go in her favor soon? I don't see it happening soon, no. You have to have patience. The King of Wands in reverse makes me think they're not working on it. The issues are not being worked on. Thank you, S. Mentha Sushi. And Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, lovely. Says hi. Great. All right. So Jazz also asked, does my spirit guide Frank have any messages for me? Does Jazz's spirit guide Frank have any messages? Something's not working out in your favor. You need to stop being in such a hurry. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the another three of Wands in reverse, and the Temperance card. You have to stop being in such a hurry and trying to control things. Let go of the reins and let things unfold the way they are supposed to unfold. Okay, also, what do they want me to know about my journey in forgiveness? Spirit shuffling for Jazz. She's asking her guide Frank about what they want her to know about. What do they want her to know about? Specifically about her journey in forgiveness. About forgiveness. What does Jazz need to know? Too many? What does Jazz need to know about her journey towards forgiveness? That you need to start. You should have already started this journey. Something needs to be immediate, is what I just heard. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords regarding Jazz and her journey about forgiveness? Asking Frank, her guide. Oh, we got more swords energy. Listen to your guides. Listen to them. I mean, you had mentioned you're intuitive or psychic, so I feel like you'd be able to do that, to listen to their downloads, to be able to communicate with them, so you know exactly what direction they want you to head in, exactly how they want you to move forward, because I feel like they're sending you messages all the time with these swords. I feel like they're constantly in your energy, giving you downloads and messages, which is awesome. That means you're in tune with them and you're remaining present. So you just need to listen and communicate with them, to listen to where they want you to go in this journey. Thank you, Jazz. Nishi495 says hello. Hi, Nishi. Tanya Harrington 8787 says hi. Hello. Starry Night Hello says, "Hi, nice top on my t-shirt. Thank you. Love your top. Thank you. Glowing and looking beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I like that." Starry Night also says, "Can I ask what Joseph's intention are towards me?" What is Joseph's intention towards Starry Night? Joseph's intention towards Starry Night, please. Joseph's intention towards Starry Night. What are we feeling here? Joseph and Starry Night. What's the energy? Is this too many? Sorry. Oh, okay. I was told to pick this card. King of Cups. So he wants an emotional connection. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I was told look for the Queen of Pentacles, and that was the third card down. So we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you definitely have an attraction towards each other. See how they're, you know, facing each other. I feel like there's an emotional connection here. I'm getting this, like, and I have no idea if this is, I feel like maybe you maybe make more money than them and they feel like you're out of their league. Like they might feel a little emasculated because they feel like you're above them, which is, you know, an antiquated way of thinking, but people still think like that. So I don't know if that has anything or any truth to it, but that's what I was hearing. But there is a lot of emotional connection there. Thank you, Starry. Newton's second law says, God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bless you as well. Jazz Starfish says, what in my journey have I fully completed? Jazz wants to know what in their journey have they completed? What in Jazz's journey have they completed? Thank you. I feel like you haven't completed anything. You're still a work in progress. You're still healing. You're still on a healing journey. Sometimes you still feel left out and displaced. You don't trust the universe. You like to control things sometimes. You feel hurt a lot of the times when people treat you a certain way rather than just let it go. You take a lot of things to heart and think it's about you. So I think there's a long way to go before anything's completed. All right, gonna light some more incense. Okay, so let's see. Is this still collective? No, Samantha, I've been answering. Oh, when you were doing the questions, you're probably answering that. Thank you, Sushi. Reoui. Reoui says John's feelings for me. Shuffling for Reoui. What are John's feelings for Reoui? What is that energy there, Spirit, regarding John and RE? Thank you. I feel like they're coming into your energy for this weekend. They might be messaging you or trying to get together with you. There's a lot of passion here. So they might be trying to contact you this weekend to be in your energy. I feel like there's a lot of attraction, especially a lot of physical, sexual attraction. R.E. says general for this week and month. Shuffling. Well, first we'll do week. Woo. Okay, something is going to go your way, and you may be getting into a relationship or thinking about getting into a relationship for this weekend into next week. And then I'm going to shuffle for the month. Thank you. Can I get another one for RE? Feel like you're doing some healing from something that you might have gotten out of hand. Something that you're attached to. This could have been a relationship or a third-party relationship. Something that maybe crossed the line. This could be addiction of some kind or something, but you're healing from it. I feel like you're trying to cut ties with that energy and walk away from it. Yeah. And people are noticing. People are noticing you. You're feeling better about yourself. Even the way you're walking is more confident because you've put this to the wayside. I think you're letting down. You're becoming more vulnerable and putting yourself out there. Or you need to work on that maybe this month. But I do see, because of the healing, it's like you have to make yourself more vulnerable because it's part of the healing process. Thank you, REOUI. Randa says, is Libra going to play in same competition this year or not? Is shuffling for Randa. Is Libra going to play in same competition this year? What is the energy there, Spirit, for Randa and her Libra? Are they playing in the same competition this year? Where's that going? If it's somewhere that they need to travel to, then yes. They will be playing. If it involves traveling. Thank you, Randa. Randa also said, advice from the universe when I live alone. Advice to the universe for Randa when they live alone. It's about seeing things through the end. Yes, you're busy. Yes, you have to do everything by yourself. There's no one else to depend on. And sometimes things get rough, but you always pull out of it with grace. People feel like you have it all together. You handle things very smoothly, and you're doing fine. Or you're going to do fine when you live alone. Yeah, it's going to be busy, but you've got this. You're going to be just fine. Randa says, Libra feeling for me versus Scorpio girl. Libra feeling for Randa versus Scorpio girl. I'm not sure what that means, but I will pull and see Libra's feelings for Randa versus Scorpio girl. So what is the Libra's feelings for Randa? That's what we'll pull first. Because we can't do versus or either or. You know that. They want to walk away from you to follow their heart. Now, what is the feelings for Libra and the Scorpio girl? What is Libra's feelings towards the Scorpio girl? There's no growth there either. However, he does treat her a lot better. He's more fair to her for some reason, but he doesn't see any growth. It might be a platonic thing. It's not going anywhere. There's no growth. Thank you, Randa. Jazz says, hey, Dahlia Boo. And Ish, oh, that's nice. Amarawi says, why is Jordan always silent and not responding to me? Why is Jordan always silent and not responding to Amarawi? They don't feel an emotional connection, or there's something that's done there. Yeah. They feel like that whatever it was that you guys had is now over. Thank you, Amarawi. Isha says, hi, Jazz. How have you been? Oh, that's sweet. Amarawi says, how does he feel for me, but don't say? How does Amarawi, how does Amarawi's person feel? They're distracted by other things. He hasn't been thinking about you at all, actually. He might be, that distraction might be work, though, or work related. Amarawi also says, do you think we will ever meet in the next 2 years? Will Amarawi meet her person in the next 2 years? You have to trust the universe. The universe is working on it, but you have to have trust that that's what's going to happen. If you're going to be manifesting that. But it doesn't look like that's what the universe is working on. There might be other things coming in for you, is what I'm hearing. Anything else for that, Spirit? Clarify temperance? Anything else to clarify temperance? I feel like there's going to be a lot of other energy coming in the next 2 years. that a lot could change, and some of it may be a little bit chaotic. You guys might go through a lot of changes. I was hoping to get something else, but that's all I was given. Thank you, Amarawi. R.E. Owie says, work advice for next 3 months. What's coming in career-wise for R.E. Owie? You have to build your self-confidence and know and trust that you know what you're doing. What else for career? Can you clarify the strength card? Yeah, trust your gut. Your intuition is spot on. You know exactly what you're talking about. But you have to trust that you know. You keep second guessing yourself, and it's making you look like you don't know what you're doing, but you actually absolutely do. So watch out for that because other people can see it. Thank you, R.E. Owie. Miranda says, does Derek think about me at all? Thank you. Again, with the, I believe that he's distracted by work, but I think he put an end to it. Whatever you had, it looks like the cycle was completed, and now he's just putting his heart and soul into work. Okay, Great Hibiscus. Can you please tell me about my career? I feel like you have a lot of anxiety about your career. I feel like you're staying because you're comfortable where you are, but you also need to be planting seeds in other places. Maybe putting a resume out there, or looking for another job or something that you're more interested in, even maybe a different career path. Because I feel like you're in this very stagnant energy and you're only staying where you are because you're comfortable and it's a steady income and you know what's going to be coming. But it's really kind of quality over quantity. Like, is this how you want to live the rest of your working career, your working years, full of anxiety? So like I said, you might want to start searching somewhere else. Thank you, Great Hibiscus. Jazz Starfish says, what does my higher self to know right now? What does my height self to know right now? Jazz wants to know, what does height self to know right now? Well, you have your defenses up, like it's like you're battling something, or you're trying to guard yourself, but you need to get out of your head. You overthink a lot of things, I feel like. And again, you have to follow your own heart instead of everybody else's and doing what they want to do. The North Star, you have to follow your own North Star, your integrity, your desires, what you want to do for yourself, rather than live a life that's somebody else's dreams. Follow your own North Star. Thank you, Jazz. R.E. Owie says, how did John react when I mentioned Leo wanting me in the next snap? Wanting me in my text in Snap. How did John react when I mentioned Leo wanting me in my text and snap. How did John react? Asking for R.E. Owie. What is the energy there between John and the step message? It did cause him to lose some emotional connection. It's like he is... his cup is empty. He's spent. Like, it's like game playing. And I feel like he's not into that. He may be looking elsewhere. Thank you, Ariawi. Ariawi says, like your hair a lot. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Dave Price says, can I have advice and guidance on my situation at the moment, please? Shuffling for David Price regarding his situation at the moment. What's going on in his energy? What kind of guidance does he need here? Okay, it's time to get out. I feel like you've been cooped up for a while. Maybe you've been in a healing process, looking deep into yourself, trying to heal. Maybe you've been journaling and trying to connect spiritually. But Spirit's saying you got to get out there. You're missing opportunities. You have to take that step into taking these opportunities. These are big opportunities that you're missing. These are opportunities that Spirit is handing you, has come to hand you. And we have that in the reverse right now. So Spirit's saying if you don't leave your home, you're not going to see these opportunities. Or if you don't make decisions about things, if you don't do what you have to do to move forward, you're passing all these opportunities that Spirit's handing to you. They're going to be for your greatest good. And yes, it's true. Nothing passes you by that's meant for you. But who knows the next time Spirit's going to allow these opportunities to come back into your life. You have to be present and want to be present and take advantage of the beautiful things that your higher power is presenting to you. Thank you, David. Anything 7424 says, hi, hope you're doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Isha says, hi, Jazz. I just saw your question about my cat. One of them did come back. No way. That's awesome, Isha. Congratulations. Okay, David Price asks, what will be the outcome, please? What will be the outcome of David Price's situation? What is the energy there, Spirit? What's going to come from what's in his energy right now? What's going to come from this energy? More opportunities, more lessons that are learned. Page of Pentacles, starting over, learning new things. What's going to come out? Can I have, thank you. Something that you've been waiting for a long time. There might be a divine feminine coming into your energy that you make an emotional connection with. Doesn't necessarily mean a love connection. I mean, it could lead to that, but um, you're going to connect emotionally, find that you have a lot in common. It's like you naturally click, like almost like you have known each other in previous lives, is what I just heard. Randa asks, does Libra want friendship or more? Shuffling for Randa. Does Libra want friendship or more? Randa's always asking that if this versus that, you know, like, or this or that. You know, I can't answer questions like that. How does a Libra feel about Randa? What's that energy there? Is it platonic? I feel like you are trying to control a situation with this Five of Swords energy and a Justice in reverse. I feel like they're hiding something. They're not telling you something. And there's something you're trying to control. Something that you're trying to gain from. You have to let go of that self-sabotaging energy. Okay, so Tanya Harrington, 8786, says, am I making the right choice? What's the energy regarding Tanya Harrington and the choice she's asking about? What's the energy there? What is the energy there, Spirit? About the choice she's talking about. Too many. Oh, thank you. I do feel like it's going to work out. Okay, but there's going to be another choice that you have to make regarding this choice that you just made, if that makes sense. But you have to gain clarity on it before you make this second choice. You have to gain clarity. You can't walk into this and make this choice without knowing all the details. Thank you, Tanya. I haven't said don't forget to click like and subscribe. Like the whole reading. Thank you so much for those of you who did without me having to say it. I appreciate you. Totally just remembered. Anything 7424 says, I wanted to know what SG has in mind regarding our connection. What's going on with SG and anything 7424's connection? What's going on there? What do they have in mind? Where is it going? Spirit asking for anything 7424 regarding SG and their energy. Where is it leading? Thank you. Where is this energy leading? Thank you. There are too many. Oh, I feel like there is a huge opportunity for success here. Spirit, what else? Thank you. It's going to be, you're going to be annoyed by this, but it's not bad. It's going to be slow moving. slow, it's going to come in fast, like this energy, like they're going to want to continue with this, but I do feel like it's going to be a slow burner. Like it's going to take a while for you to maybe put a label on it. For maybe for them to want to meet your family and vice versa. Like it's just like the steps that they're taking and that you're taking is going to be slow. And I'm just heard you have to have patience with this one. Let it unravel the way it's supposed to unravel and present itself the way it's supposed to present itself. But it is going to move slowly, but that's going to be for your greatest good. You guys are going to get to know each other on a higher level. You guys are going to share a lot of intimate connections and talks, and it's all going to come together the way it's supposed to. But, you know, in this world, we want things like this. Now, that's not going to happen for this one, but it's going to be for your greatest good. Thank you, anything 247 or 7424. The Sublime wants to know, hi, what's the good news coming my way? The Sublime wants to know, what's the good news coming in for them? What's the good news coming in for the Sublime? Thank you. Okay, so I feel like you are in a cycle. You're comfortable in a situation. Now, I do feel like you're being called. There's some kind of desire in your heart that you've been thinking about pursuing. But you're in this situation where you're comfortable. And so you stay there. But I do feel like that is going to keep calling you until you answer it. This desire of yours needs to be fulfilled, or at least addressed, or thought about, or tried out. Because I do feel like when you lean into this, whatever's calling you, I mean, this could be a career, this could be a person, this could be a family. Whenever you decide to lean into it, to accept this calling, it's going to lead to significant happiness. But you have to be brave enough to want to make that change. Look at all these cups. There's 8 cups here, 10 cups here, but you got to turn this around and take that chance and walk towards your higher level. Because there's a lot of happiness. The universe is trying to give back to you, but you have to be brave enough to want to take it. Thank you, the Sublime. Isha says, Jazz, sorry, I've been writing your name with double S's. Kishore Kevin 929 says, current feelings for Sajal Pandy for Kishore. So I have the Lovers in reverse. So there might be a separation of some kind between you guys. But I do feel like things are going to work out. Like I feel like this is a temporary situation. And that things are going to work out for you guys. Thank you, Kishore Kevin. Isha says, what has H realized about me and our connection? What has H realized about Isha and their connection? I feel like they are, how can I put this? They are realizing that when they don't make a change, then they're going to get the same result over and over. It's like they're attracted to the same type of person doing the same thing over and over again. So they're I feel like they're going to choose themselves or someone else. I'm sorry. Great Hibiscus says, can you please tell me about my career? Hold on just a second. I already answered that question, Great Hibiscus. You have to pay attention so you can go back and check out the answer. All right, so Tanya Harrington says, what type of job should I look for? It's like sometimes I get, this is going off topic, but sometimes like I spend a lot of time like actually going through and like putting energy into answering these questions. So when people, maybe, I mean, maybe I know everybody has lives and they're going off and maybe they're doing whatever. Maybe they're making dinner for the kids or helping their kids with homework and whatever, and they can't listen to my reading fully or at 100% attention. But it's like, sometimes I spend like a few minutes answering these questions. I'm not going to read it again for you. And I'm not trying to be a bitch about it, but I'm not going to go through all that again. Like, there's other people waiting to have their answers addressed. And I'm not trying to be a jerk, but so I spend a few minutes on each question sometime. And I don't know why I feel the need to explain myself because I really shouldn't have to do that, but I just want you to know where I'm coming from. Um, that I don't just answer these willy nilly like other tarot readers doing lives on other social media. Like, I'm not just saying yes, no, yes, no. Like, I'm actually taking the time here to answer your questions, to actually figure it out, to actually listen to my guides and guardians and see what direction they're pointing me in to answer the questions correctly for you. So, and that's why I don't go back. I mean, you can scroll, rewind and go back and search for your, I mean, I say the your handle at the beginning of each question. So you should be able to find it. But I just want you to know that I'm not trying to be that person. But I also have to keep everybody else in mind as well. So thank you for understanding. All right, so Tanya Harrington says, what type of job should I look for? Okay. Shuffling for Tanya Harrington wants to know what the energy is regarding. I am seeing maybe something completely different and to keep an open mind. I just heard what sparks your interest. something might surprise you because this little fish here represents surprise or something that comes in out of the blue. So it might be something new that you're trying that you're surprised with. We did have this guy here earlier. Maybe if you try something new, this is the trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So maybe you want to be creative and you can make money that way as a side hustle. You know, create on some kind of marketplace or app if you are creative in that way. But I do feel like the universe is working on something coming together for you regarding the next job you should take. Thank you, Tanya Harrington. Manya Pandy, RN6Z0. Hi from India. Hello. Thank you for joining me. So good to see you here. Appreciate your energy. Mystic Gem 89 says, hi B, apply to 2 places. Which one would be a good and safe workplace? Okay, so I can give you the energy of those places. So let's see. What is the energy for these places that Mystic Gem applied to? What would be a good, safe place for Mystic Gem to work? Can I have some, can we clarify that? We have the Hierophant sideways. So I'm thinking that yeah, there needs to be clarification from somebody who knows better. Spirit saying, I don't know enough about what you do to give you that kind of advice. We have the Hierophant and then the Knight of Swords. So that's like seeking clarity, investigating, like searching, doing some research. And the Hierophant is looking for advice from somebody who knows more. So I really do feel like Spirit saying, yeah, maybe she's not the one who is going to be able to understand. But I do feel like you need to see clarity somewhere. But I'm glad you're putting in applications. That's amazing. I'll put out good vibes for you. Okay, so Isha is talking to Jazz. Janny9802 says, hi, love the hair. Oh, thank you. Oh, looking good. You're so sweet. Will I meet my crush soon? Will Janny meet their crush soon? Will Janny meet their crush soon? Will Janny meet their crush soon? Pulling for Janny. Will they meet their crush soon? Shuffling for Janny. Will they meet their crush soon? Shuffling for Janny. What is the energy regarding their crush? Are they coming into her energy? The energy regarding Janny's crush, please. Now, I don't have a time frame. Let's see. The Pentacles. I do have my cheat sheet. So I am going to look. Seven of Pentacles. Well, that already passed. And then we have the Wands. Wands. Oh, okay. So, you guys wanted a time. I was saying before, I believe in divine timing. When you are ready to receive something from the universe is when you're supposed to receive something from the universe. And until then, you work on yourself by cutting energetical ties, improving yourself, and that energy will go out and the universe will reward you with the things that you want. That's what I believe. I realize not everybody has my same beliefs. So, I'm looking at things from a different perspective, taking my own advice, and I printed off. Now, I don't know who the sheet is from or who made it, but thank you. I don't know who to give credit to. So I have my little cheat sheet for those of you who want to know about timing. You're welcome. So now for Pentacles, I can't believe I'm doing this for you guys. This is how much I love you. Seven of Pentacles. It says the 28th. Holy moly, that is not until next year. But we have the Four of Wands, which is Wands, the number 4, April 11th till April 20th. That's in the near future, Jenny. That is soon. I mean, I don't know how true that is. I didn't make up the sheet, but that's what I just read from my cheat sheet. So let's see what else. How does he feel about me? Oh, well, he wants to hold on to you at all costs. Let's see if I can get another. Can we clarify this Four of Pentacles? Can we clarify the Four of Pentacles for Jenny? I feel like they're in their head. They're overthinking something. And they want to hold on to desperately. I feel like they have this self-sabotage and they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. But yeah. So they want to hold on to you. So they dig you. And we're talking April 11th. I want to know if that's correct. So let's cross our fingers. Prove me wrong. I want to know. That's exciting. I am such a cheeseball for love and romance. So I always want to know more. So I want you guys to meet your people. I just don't think the universe is going to bring them to you until you're good and ready, in my opinion. But I will. I know that's not everybody's belief, like I said. So I have my tarot timing sheet. Okay, so Hera 0113 says, what's coming in love and career? So we'll do love first. I'll pull 2 for love and then 2 for career. What's coming into Hera's energy? Whoop. Okay, so for love, you feel like a burden has been lifted from your shoulders. I feel like maybe somebody is going to tell you that they're interested in a relationship, and I feel like this someone might be somebody you already know, maybe who you have a physical relationship with or had a physical relationship with and wants to make it a little bit more permanent. And that might take a weight off your shoulders. I'm not even sure you're into this, but this person is going to sure try. Now let's ask about career. What's coming into Hera's career? Asking for Hera. What's coming in for their career? Okay, so I feel like you might be partnering up with somebody or be put on a project with somebody. You're being asked to remain present and be, I just heard the word impartial, so no judgment, um, throughout this task you have to do. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you, Hera. Cyan says, hey, B, will I go to the final of MOPC? Will Cyan go to the finals? What is the energy there, Spirit, with MOPC and Cyan? Will she take it all the way? Will she go to the finals? What's going on there, Spirit? Will Cyan go to the finals of MOPC? Thank you. Thank you. I do feel like you're going to go. We have the Hermit in reverse. And you're going to make it to the end. The end. Get it? Death? The end? So I feel like you're going to make it to the end. That's kind of weird, but that's what the Spirit told me. I swear to you. So yeah, I do feel like it is, you're going to go and take this to the end. We also got the Hermit, which means going out, heading out. So that's, you're going to the end. I love how Spirit communicates with me. You guys might not get it, but Spirit knows the way I think. So, okay, so we have Hera says, will Zane commit to me? Shuffling for Hera. Will Zane commit to Hera? Will Zane commit to Hera? Shuffling for Zane. Shuffling for Hera. Will Zane commit? I do not think so. We have the Strength card in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Thank you, Hera. Firmino, good to see you. Okay, he says, hey, B, happy to see you. What can I expect from the 15-minute call from my OSV on the 1st of April? It's regarding the fellowship I applied for. Okay, we're shuffling for Firmino. Okay, what's the energy of this OSV? Okay, so I just feel like it's just the beginning of something, which is good because if it's just the beginning of something, then there's going to be more. They want details. They want clarifications. What else, Spirit? Can we clarify this Page of Swords? Let's clarify this Page of Swords for Firmino, please, regarding his OS. Thank you. You have to remember to take care of yourself. Thank you, Spirit, for that. But can we clarify the Page of Swords for the OSV? We got the King of Cups in reverse. And Spirit says you have to take care of yourself. I got something about release. I don't know what that is in regards to. They're looking for details, okay, for this OSV. It's just the beginning is what I heard. Which, like I said, that's good because there's going to be more. But then it's like release. There's something that has to be released, or maybe they're looking for a release. You have to sign something, a release of some kind, if that makes sense. But Spirit wanted me to address this with you. You have to fill your cup. Maybe you haven't been feeling well. Maybe you've been a little off lately. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. This is a direct message from you, probably your guides and guardians coming through to me. All right? Thank you, Firmino. Brian Anderson, hello. Good to see you here. L. Smith says hello. L. Smith says, may I ask? Yes, because I'm going to end soon. So ask away. So she says, thank you. You're welcome. L. Smith says, will I call my boss today? I'm sorry. I will call my boss today. Will it be successful? L. Smith, shuffling for L. Smith regarding this phone call to her boss. What's the energy there? I do feel like they're going to be in a good mood. I feel like this person knows that you're respectful towards them. So they give that energy right back to you. I do feel like they might give you some disappointing news, though. Okay, so we have I don't know what it is, but you're not going to be happy about it. But it is going to be for your greatest good. You might have to leave a team that you're on and the people you're familiar with. Something's going to change, but it's going to be a planned change. It's not going to be like sudden and harsh. It's going to be a planned change, which is scary too. All change is scary, but I feel like you're being pulled away from the people you know, and that's going to be the hardest because your work people are like family sometimes. And it's going to be hard for you because I feel like there's going to be changes. We're not going to be happy about it, but I'm hearing keep your chin up. It's going to be for your greatest good. But I hear that you have a good, you have a good rapport with your boss, so it's going to make things a little easier. Okay, so we have YM. Hello. Can you please tell me what is in the energy for the next coming days? Shuffling for YM real quick. Spirit, what does YM need to know for the weekend? What is the weekend energy for our girl YM? What is the weekend energy for YM, please? Thank you. I feel like you might be cutting people off or maybe telling somebody no or putting up boundaries of some kind. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Can you clarify this? You might be something you're working on. Maybe you're working on setting boundaries. Or establishing boundaries with a new person. Or being heard. Or maybe you're asking somebody for more respect. It's like you're working on something and trying to make yourself clear with somebody. Thank you, YM. Jazz says thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I think I have to end it here. I know there's so many more, but I have been on already for over 2 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun tonight. You guys energy was a really, really chill and awesome. Um, and I love that. I love that for me most of all because it's so awesome to answer your questions when you guys have that light-hearted energy. Um, so thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. It's absolutely free for you and really does so much good for my channel. So thank you so much for everything. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go live over the weekend. We'll see. I don't know what I have in store for the weekend. Um, but so we'll play that by ear. Click on that notification bell. That's how you'll know when I'm going live. Um, but I'll definitely see you on Monday. That is when I go live Mondays and Thursdays from 6:30 or between 6:30 and 7. Um, so I hope to see you there. Maybe I'll pop up in the meantime. Who knows? Thank you so much again for your energy. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe and be safe most of all. Mwah. Bye, guys.